What's the difference between moonshine and other distilled liquors?
Well, used to be, it was just illegal.
After spending nearly a month in the state John Denver immortalized as almost heaven, we said goodbye to West Virginia and started our trek to the Carolinas. We were saddened to leave Pipestem Resort State Park and heavenly West Virginia, but we were looking forward to our next destinations and meeting with friends, both old and new. We use the 3-3-3 rule, so our drive from Pipestem to Maggie Valley, North Carolina was a little longer than we prefer to drive in one day. To stay fresh and alert on the road, we decided to make an overnight stop midway on our journey. Michelle found an interesting harvest host about halfway, East Tennessee Distillery. We're leaving Pipestem right now, and we're heading to our next destination. And what a beautiful drive this has been. Michelle, what's our next stop?
Well, we're heading to a harvest host, and it's called East Tennessee Distillery.
Once two strangers climbed old Rocky Top, looking for a moonshine still. Strangers ain't come down from Rocky Top, reckon they never will.
So one thing I don't know is what's the difference between moonshine and other distilled liquors?
Well, used to be, it was just illegal. But according to the government, I guess if you add sugar to your mash, it's a moonshine recipe, you know.
Okay.
So that's what makes ours moonshine.
A lot of people said they like the caramel.
We've got two different caramels. We've got a caramel, a regular caramel, and a bourbon caramel, and they're both just flavored. The bourbon caramel isn't aged at all.
Okay.
You want to
Try
try?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Try those?
try that.
Little caramel.
So this is the caramel.
Yeah.
Oh, you said like caramel with bourbon flavor
No,
too.
that's this plain caramel.
Caramel? Okay. Well, it's actually pretty tasty.
It's warming.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
It's really good.
Mango there.
Marge Madness. What is?
She's a YouTuber as well.
Really?
Yeah. She's on the Paranormal Spirits brand that we have.
Okay.
It all happens in this room.
Wow.
Starts back in the 1,700 gallon fermentation tanks, corn, sugar, yeast, and water. Takes anywhere from 2 months to maybe 4, depending on the weather. Slower in the wintertime, faster in the summer, you know. When it's done fermenting, we'll pipe it down the wall into the 250 gallon still. Susie is her name. And over there is Bertha. She's a 50 gallon. But off of that 250 gallon cook, we'll get anywhere from 35 to 40 gallons of 180 or about proof. And we'll put it into storage here in the totes. We'll weigh it on some scales behind there whenever we do our flavors. We'll make 100 proof, and that's the base for our flavors. We'll weigh it into a drum, X amount of 100 proof, X amount of flavoring, and it'll come down to the 70 proof mark. We'll take it in the barrel over here and we'll bottle it up, box it up. Hopefully it goes out that back door. That's the one that makes money. It's not real complicated till you get the government involved, like I said.
Right.
We're in believe, 10 or 11 different states. We have a distributor in 11 different states.
Wow.
So there's no aging of the moonshine. So different than
Not yet. We're kind of playing with that a little right
so
now.
where you do an oak, like an oak barrel, white oak barrel
Yeah.
age.
Yeah, right now we've got one in the back. It's rather new. We won't know anything about it for a little while, you know. Going to give it some time and see what happens. But we've also been playing with different chars, you know, light chars, heavy chars, just to see what happens. We also have these little, we call them squirrels. They're like little keg, aging kegs. You buy the moonshine and age it yourself. But they've got a pretty hard char on them, so you get some pretty dark stuff out of them. There's all kinds of different ways you can do it. We got the white part down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really smooth. I was surprised. Again, I've never had moonshine before in my life.
Right.
But today's the first time.
Well, I hate to tell you, buddy, you ain't gonna have no good after this.
Yeah.
You're gonna be disappointed after here.